Is that the last 100 pads for the cabin? Must be doing an addition. All right, we did a change order here this morning, but I didn't like that crack in the other one, so we switched them again. And now I think we're set. We're gonna start drilling our holes for our rebar up here. I throw a screw in each tenon so it can't twist when I'm going to drill my hole. Only worry in the world is a tag gonna reach my chair. That's probably a better way to do this. I want the rebar straight, even though the logs are crooked. This ain't so bad, I guess. It beats sanding the logs. I was 6 feet deep, I was 5. This camera stand's good for more than one thing. Start easy. Short one. Shot. Remember the prototype here? I busted it up, but we're gonna try to make some better cuts. I've outfitted my chop saw with this metal blade, and I think it'll allow me to make some angled cuts. Things go a lot quicker than with the grinder. Let's see if this works out. All right, we got the easy ones done. Now we're gonna try to make some angled cuts. Yeah, these 90s, harder to cut, but look at, they just really connect better. So I think it'd be a lot easier to tack them together. Well, that took some time, but just gonna clean up those rough edges a little. Most people probably wouldn't do this kneeling on the ground, but I was doing it standing up and it was really burning through my sneakers, so shouldn't be wearing sneakers when you're welding. Why? Yeah, all right, I like that one. Symmetrical. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the more grinding you have to do, the better the weld is, so. I don't think you're supposed to weld on wood, but that's all I have. That ain't breaking apart. It's not structural, but I think it'll look good when I paint it up. Oh no. Honey, I'm gonna need a new chop saw. Mine melted. Oh, great. Got a piece of steel that went right into the plastic there. Look at that. Ah, no problem. It's kind of a long process, so unfortunately they will not get installed today, but definitely bright and early tomorrow we should be able to get that big long railing up, and I can't wait. That's what a couple of you in the comments have said. I look like Mario when I wear this. Oh boy, all right, let's get to work. Gotta figure out design that looks the best. Big moment, it's either gonna look good or spend a lot of time on something that we may need to change. That? And then my other idea was this. How about that? Oh, I like that too. Oh boy. Should we call Joanne? This? Or...
But let me just look from this perspective.
I think that looks good.
Yeah. Stop recording me. I'm terrible.
Okay, I just won't do anything close up, okay?
Okay.
All right, that looks like a winner chicken and sushi dinner. I think I like it. The boss likes it. All right, in these designs, I went with a thicker rebar. This thing's gonna get heavy. Yep. Might change strategies. After another 10 minutes of whacking on it, something is still not lining up. And if I'm at the end of one of my holes, it wasn't quite deep enough, the rebar could be hitting up. I don't know, I'm a little ways off on a couple of them. Oh, I can totally see me flipping this off deck here. We're high on this side, and I don't know why. It's kind of embarrassing how long this is taking me. Maybe ratchet straps. Yeah, we'll get it. We're in over here. We're in over here. That's where we want it. I think we're gonna have to weld a little extension on each of these. We know where we are. We are so close. Did that just land right? Did you see that? I cut it and it landed in the pile? How did that happen? Bring it on my welding table. Honestly, welding is a lot of fun, and I'm not very good at it, but I look forward to doing it more. Fuse metal, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Gotta get a proper table to do it on, though. Oh. Okay, the old utility sink's already worth the purchase. All right, we'll let those dry 2.5 seconds. Then we're installing them. Now they're probably going to be too long, so we'll have to cut them down. Oh. Woohoo! Youch! Okay, it will fit. I just You got to go on the charger with how much downtime we've had today. We have them all in. It's a miracle. A 1 hour job turned into 5 hours, but it's there. I think it looks good. Gonna have to resand this top because I kind of beat it into place. Let's throw our posts in and get this thing set forever. With these tenons, this thing's gonna be so stout, I think. I had thought of a few different ways to attach this, but I'm gonna glue it there, set it there, and just put 2 big lag screws in it. And with this rail system and how there's a right angle here, I think it's gonna be extremely strong. If I have to put an L bracket down later, I will. Nowhere near its handsome. I don't like to drop things, but special occasion, celebration. I don't quite have enough rebar. I'm just gonna set this one. There we go. Okay. Well, took how many minutes was that? Less than 5 hours, I know that. Thought about doing a triangle here, but there was an even number of rebar, so maybe one day I'll add something else in there, like a double rebar design. One more rail to do, and we'll give you a sneak peek if we don't get to it this week. Something a little different planned for that one. Should we start some framing? Well, folks, I think it's time to thank today's video sponsor, Dose for Cholesterol. It's hard to believe, but 6 months, I'll be 40 years old. So I got to start thinking about healthy heart and healthy cholesterol levels. In my line of work, I do need to eat fairly often, and as I age, I can tell a difference in how my body processes food. Dose for Cholesterol is something I'm taking now to help support healthy cholesterol levels. Tastes like mango. It has 9 ingredients, all plant and mineral based. It comes in a convenient daily 2-ounce liquid shot, and the liquid form lets your body absorb those nutrients easier. I just can't figure out why I go through a bottle so fast. It comes in these nice glass bottles, and it's easy to stay consistent with taking it because it actually tastes good. 94 million Americans have cholesterol concerns, and as I age, it's on my watch list. Once again, I want to thank Dose for sponsoring this episode of Crooked Canyon Cabin. YouTube suggestion, use some pipe for my vacuum. If it doesn't fit, we can always use a little duct tape. And also now I'm really feeling like Mario. It won't stay around long, but it's good for the day anyway. I could do some more framing, which is necessary, but now that I have the rebar, I want to keep working on this thing. All right, we should be good for quite a while. Probably had 3 inches of snow last night, but in the sunny areas, there's now just a dusting, and I'll bet it's all gonna be gone by this afternoon. Looking like it's gonna be gorgeous today. Smarter today, decided to set this up and just mass produce what I need. Blue Eddie's having a fit because I'm trying to draw a lot of power while charge it with my generator, but switched it back to solar now, so we'll do a slower charge and hopefully it keeps up. All right, there is the last of the spindles on the main floor. Now we got some angle cuts to make. When I was cutting those right angles, sometimes I had a problem holding it square while it's cutting it. They wanted to waver, so let's just put a little fence on here. Yo, yeah, it's hot. Where's your glove, buddy? Oh, there it is. Yes, I brought my sneakers again, but I'm trying to be careful not to hit myself. Well, it's 11:30 and wherever the sun touches, the snow is gone. Unreal. Oh, yeah, lunch. Oh, goodness, there he is. Big boy. See you. Lunch was, filling. All right, we got through it, so all those ends are cut off. Now I'm just gonna weld on their straights. The sun is keeping me powered through this. Still at 4%. All right. Wow, it's been a process, but I think it'll be worth it, and we are finally ready for paint. Yeah, I think I'll bring that to the boys and say I got them a new truck. Oh, goodness. They're really in there good. Like croquet. Alright, I know I said I wasn't gonna mess with this one, but it's the right time to do it. I just felt like that needed something. No more change orders. Crooked Canyon cabin. Gotta decide if I want it here, which is kind of more subtle in the cabin, or if I want it right here. It'll be all solid wall this way, but we're gonna have a little opening here for the loft with one more rail right there. At CCC right here. Or do I want it right there? Something I'll determine tomorrow, maybe next week. But that's it for me today. Fabrication, a lot of fun, rewarding, but it does take some serious time. Pretty much done with that for now. Look at that. Snow's gone. It's summertime over on that side. Over here, still winter. Wild. Oh, I can see the guy welding over there. Should see if I can stop in, get a lesson or two. I was driving to work today with four-wheel drive on because the snow and ice were so bad. I just can't get over how fast it changes around here. In Vermont, it would take 8 months for the snow to melt. Here, it's literally 8 hours. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to that. It's good for building, I guess, huh? Or if you have a driveway that doesn't have gravel on it. See you in the morning. Those are heavier than they look. Well, finally, after what, 3, 4, 6 months of looking, I finally found the right deal. I think it was barely used. We tested one board at home. It was awesome. We're gonna try to save some of that lumber from last fall that molded. Let's go try a piece right now. I'll try this one first. Barely any mold on it. Hopefully it cleans it right up. See it? This might even be blue stained. Gotta go down a little. Smooth it right out. All right, let's try this really dirty one here. Look at that. Around here, this is more money to get the blue stained lumber. And I don't think that's mold. I think that's just the stain from the beetle. From that to that. That is a serious tool. Yeah, I think that's just the blue stain. I'm not a wood expert. I think a pretty cool look. I think we might use that for interior window trim, but not today. Let's get back to it. Ouch! That one went through the shoe. Don't weld in sneakers. One day I'll learn. This is definitely my best, tightest miters. I think I'm getting better. All right, no more change orders. I didn't explain this earlier, but the way I came about these C's is I actually made a mistake, and it looked out of square on this one triangle I had made here, so I just decided to cut it, and I was gonna try to clamp it back together. But after I did that, I'm like, whoa, that's a C. So then I decided to make 3 more for Crooked Canyon Cabin. And Joanne likes it, I like it. And we made the decision, just gonna put a triangle there, so I had to make one extra this morning for that spot. And then we're gonna put the CCC right over there. Let's start getting this thing together. We'll start with that. All right, let's finally get this set over here. Oh, we're close. Everything is in, except this one right here. Well, we had a couple of casualties here. We busted a weld. Busted and then moved over to this way, so there's like an inch here and only a 1/4 inch there. Inch it here. It's gonna move it back that way. One little weld fix over there, and that is done. Oh boy, well, got my Menards response. All right, that's all I'm gonna complain. Back to it. Always check your fuel before you start to cut. Darn it. Didn't look bad, but it's not good. Go find something else. This one, it's huge. Bad news is, that thing's heavy. It might be too big. If it looks awkwardly big, I do have this one out here, I just remembered. I mean, I can't have it bigger than the post, or that's gonna look funny. And that's bigger than the post. Always good news, right? Really long one right here. All right, let's roll it back out. Oh. All right, we'll go sand it outside this way, and then we'll put it in place. Probably like 4 1/8 of an inch. This one had these, can't see it now because I shaved them off, but hit the knots right where the branches were, right on the end, so a huge pain. Got it. I want to make sure before I sand them and I cut them right. I guess I can always adjust my post. Good to go. All right, I'll get these sanded up. Tomorrow's Friday. See you then. I use this for a bat. Big shout out to newest members, no particular order. Mike, maybe Michael. Jordan, Mike, Jordan, Howard, Bruce, and retired. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. It's been a good week. I can't wait to get this last piece there of the railing in. Solar update. I'm still waiting on the panels, so I was going to introduce all of that in this video. I said that last week. I should never make predictions, especially with shipping and shipping time. So didn't come in this week, but I'm hopeful for next week. But you never know. So we'll introduce what we got going on in solar here soon, hopefully. Let's go, last day of the week. So the ends of these tenons have to go 3 inches deep, and to get that last bit of wood out, I find I just switch my hole saw blade out for a hole saw bit out for just a spade bit, and that really helps clean it up. All right, last one. Right back in me. How's it look? Put the rebar in. Switch bits. There we go, same thing on the top. You got go. On a 4-day, 3-night beach vacation. Getting close, getting close. Oh my goodness. I'll get back to you when I'm back at that spot. You'd think I would have learned by now in the week. It only took 5-10 minutes. We're ready. Well, I forgot to hit record. It's all close to in. You can see my bars are bent this way, so this has to move that way. So I'll try to ratchet strap it and move it over. There we go, straightening right up. See my C's bending too, oh boy. It's going. I'm pretty happy. This C is a straight line here. See how this one's low. So we'll have to work on getting that one up and over a little. For right now, that's pretty good. Oh, where would I have been without this week? I wouldn't have got it done. There's no way with trying to use my grinder to cut that rebar. And look at how thick that's trash. It wasn't quite 10 inches when I started, but it was probably a good 9. We'll get our saw back together. I definitely think there's gonna be some framing in our future. Haha, now we're talking. Thanks, guys. Great, cheap idea. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Sorry about the bad acting.